clap your hands if you're excited. Excited? Hell yeah. All right. I'm excited. I've been excited all week. Before I jump into what a great show we're going to have, we have an amazing lineup. There are some really cool little cards on your table that say win. You guys see those? Yeah? That was not enthusiastic at all. Do we see them? We're all okay. Okay. Well, you guys need more alcohol. We have a lovely crowd of people who don't want to win anything. No, you guys just fill out those cards at some point during the show. Hand it to your server because we're gonna give away something really cool at the end. All right. All right. Cool. You guys ready for me to get started? You came here for some comedy, right? Yeah. All right. Well, you're in for a special treat because people tell me that I look like a special needs teacher. Yeah. About to get something off of her chest. So that's what we're going to do together right now. Is that okay? Cool. Some of you didn't answer me, and I don't know what that means. I'm not good at normal lady things. Nobody laughed at that. That's because all of you believe it. It's been 30 seconds. What does that say about me? I've been on 2 dating apps in my life. Are you guys on dating apps right now? Anybody? No? You guys are not big talkers. This is that one section of Arizona that's like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not answering your questions. Just having none of it. No, I love Arizona. I grew up here, which we'll get to later. But thank you. I said that in a room full of Arizonans yesterday. Nobody clapped. Not a single person. And nobody claps where I live now since January 6th. So it's a theme. But I'm really not good at normal lady things. And I mentioned dating apps because the only reason women are still on them, I think, is to meet a serial killer in real life, right? Like, that's what we're in it for. And when I was on the apps, I never knew what to put in my bio. That's the worst part, right, is crafting your bio. And I was like, oh, men love mystery, right? Do you love mystery, fine sir? Sure. You have like an Indiana Jones hat on. I thought you were going to be in my corner. Like, this guy loves adventure. Whatever. I just put, look, this is what I put in my bio. I just said, I like my men like I like my bacon. That was it. It's the whole bio. What, did it work on you?
Sure.
Okay. All right. It's a shame you weren't on the apps I was on. Because the men ruined it for me, right? The men that found it, they were in my DMs, and they were like, well, what's that supposed to mean? Right? What's that supposed to mean? You know? You're looking at me like that's exactly what I would have said to you. He has no Indiana Jones hat, very chiseled, very serious, handsome man here. Okay. So basically, I panicked, right? I have anxiety problems, and I wrote back really fast. I was just like thick slabbed, smoked, and uncut. So, yeah. And they blocked me. So, more often than not. I was talking the other day to my sister. I was like, I need to get in better shape again, right? Like, I want to get more fit. And she was like, yeah, man, I need to go back to the gym, too. I'm getting loose. That's not how that works, you guys. I was like, I've never seen a Kegel machine at Planet Fitness. Not a single time. Maybe that's me. Do you guys, are we into hot springs in this room? This is a survey I've started doing. No hot springs in here. Okay. This is why maybe Arizona, you guys are still my people. I live in San Francisco now, but you guys are on my playing field right now. Hot springs are kind of weird, right? I haven't been to one, but I'm thinking about going. It seems like a high barrier to entry because they are expensive, right? $200 to marinate in a naturally occurring HPV cauldron? Absolutely not. Maybe if I get a Groupon, I'll try it. I think I would go for the nude hot springs because of the breeze. I think that's more hygienic, you know? I'm into nature. Do you guys like nature? Okay. All right. We got some enthusiasm for nature. No, that's great. I love Mother Nature so much. I tell people that Mother Nature reminds me of my own mom. Just wildly beautiful, but unbelievably unstable. Hopefully she's not here right now. But, 1 minute she's like gorgeous and glowing, and the next everything I own is on fire. It's just like, Jesus Christ, Mom. Yeah. You guys are worried about me now. I have 2 therapists, so it's okay. You can laugh at me. It's going great. It's going better. Did you guys watch Love is Blind? Yeah? No? Were any men forced to watch it by a woman? Raise your hand. Blink twice. Okay. No. I don't like Love is Blind very much because it's an experiment. I don't know if you've heard that, right? Did you like it? You enjoyed it? So you've seen it by default? Yeah, okay. See, they don't want to talk about it, but there's always a guy in the room. And Love is Blind, do you guys know what it is, everybody? Yeah, so there were a couple of no's. This is the short version, right? There's a wall, there's 2 dumb people that signed up for this show, and they talk to each other for a week, and then they claim that they fell in love, right? And they have to get married or, like, decide that they're not getting... It's dumb, right? Most people end in divorce. I fast forward to when the marriages fail. Pro tip, okay? Go straight to that. That's the best part of the show. Here's why it makes me mad, though. It's not educational. I want to do the real experiment. I want to do Love is Blind with actual blind people. Yeah, right? Yeah. I say screw it, let's do Love is Blind on the spectrum. You know? I think that would be like the best show Netflix has ever had. You know what's a top show on Netflix right now for everyone who didn't laugh? Down with Love. Do you know what that's about? Somebody said, aw. Oh, look, I didn't make the show. People are watching it. I did watch it and I cried, so don't be mad at me. It's lovely. It's quite beautiful, actually. Someone said, that's so sweet. This is not going to be super sweet, but I went to a Victoria's Secret the other day, and I don't like that. I'm not good at lingerie shopping. Does anyone share that anxiety as a woman? Some people are nodding quietly. Yeah, it sucks, right? It's not a good experience, and Victoria's Secret makes it worse. You could tell it was designed by a man, the whole experience, because you get in there, and I'm looking at one of those bondage-style bodysuits, and they have like the little slits and the slots, and they make you wonder where your nipples are supposed to go, okay? And I was looking at it, mostly confused, and the Victoria's Secret girl sees me, and she comes running over to me, and they always have like their boobs pushed up to their neck, you know, and a fanny pack, and she's like, hey, you know, think of how sexy you'd feel in this bodysuit, girl. She's like looming over me. She's like, just picture it. Just think of how sexy you'd be. Just picture it. She creeped me out a little bit. I did start to picture it. And I was there after 2 boxes of buy one, get one pork buns, which if you're not familiar, also 10 out of 10 you should try. But I was picturing myself, right, in the bodysuit, just curled up in some awkward position during sex, with skin popping out of all the little holes of the bodysuit, you know? It's like the sight of my great aunt's thighs from beneath a lawn chair. Super gross. I don't like it. My best friend breeds hairless cats. Yeah, there's not a good segue into this joke. This is just where it goes. Do you have hairless cats? Are you excited or afraid? Scared. That's how I feel when I go into her apartment to watch the cats. So that's what I'm doing right now while I'm here. She's on vacation, and she was like, can you watch these hairless kittens for me? That's not for me, right? I'm trying to give it a chance. Men, I was like, sure, things are better hairless. I hear you. I hear you. Not cats, okay? Choosing to have hairless cats, especially multiple in your apartment, it's like little golems all running around the apartment. Like, I try to use the restroom, and there's 2 little flesh balls behind me, like, cramming their way into the room. Has anyone here ever just, like, dunked their arm into a pile of hairless kittens? You guys all think it's a weird question, and I love you for that, but in San Francisco, I get a lot of yeses. A disturbing number of yeses, okay? But for you guys, just so you know, it's like dunking your arm into a bag of old man balls. It's nasty. They are warm and fuzzy and moist all at the same time. I don't know why they're moist. It's like a box of overly ripe peaches. It's gross. I told you guys I grew up in Arizona. Are you guys from here? We have a lot of local people in the room. Awesome. Would you guys agree that your family is unique compared to families elsewhere in the country, other places? Yeah, some grumbles, some people who are like, I don't want to talk about this with you at all. This is supposed to be you telling us. So fine, I'm going to tell you some weird stuff about my family because they're different. In a good way, though, I think. My grandma, she gave me my first vibrator. Yeah, for real. She pulled it out of the pantry. That's where she keeps her snacks, which is super efficient if you think about it. I Marie Kondoed my whole sex toy collection afterwards. It was fantastic. If you didn't believe that story, it's true, because my stepmom gave me my first butt plug at the nail salon. It's a family tradition. That part was new, also true, but I thought I'd throw it in there. And somewhere you were like, too far, and that's okay. I understand. Well, being from here also means is like, I personally have a Fox News dad. Yeah. Who else here agrees that is fun? No, okay. My bad. Look, my dad's fun. I'll tell you that. I have a sticker with his face on it. Like, he's freaking hilarious. As long as he's not mad at me, I'm good. We're okay. We're all, no political conversations, and I just avoid the drama. But my dad is great because he always has something spicy to say, right? Like, as a child, even, I would have innocent moments. I was with my dad on vacation. I was like, oh my God, we're in Southern California, right? I look at my dad. I was like, I love it here, Dad. The ocean, it's so beautiful. Please don't make me go home. And this man's 6'7". He's like 350 pounds, and he's always got a fat cigar hanging out of his mouth, you know? And he's just staring down at me, and he goes, well, stay then. You can sell your body to survive. Yeah. That's a true story. So now I sell feet pics. No, please don't DM me after this, especially not after what I said about the dating app. No, I do pretend to sell feet pics. Yeah, it's a pretty, I don't know if you can tell, but I have very big feet. Yeah. But when I'm in the store with my dad, right, I have Shopify on my phone. Shopify makes a little cha-ching noise, right, when you get a sale. And when that happens and I'm with my dad in public, like at the grocery store, I just go, OnlyFans, right, wherever we are together. It's great. He hates it. It's going so well. I grew up in a family-owned construction company. Does anyone else have a family member in the trades? Okay. That might have been my family. That's Scottsdale for you. No. Look, if you do, they're good with their hands. And I was just going to say that because, like, have them call me. No. Growing up in a family-owned construction company is just like spending every day in 7th grade earth science, right? Because it's just a lot of talk about cracks and holes every day. All the time. She just looked at him and she was like, mm-hmm. But going to work with my dad was crazy because that was like ride-along Duolingo. Yeah, he would leave me on a paver for like an hour with some guy who told me his name was John. And John's name was Juan, right? And Juan would teach me how to say fuck your mother in Spanish for an hour while my dad was gone. It's chinga tu madre. And honestly, more useful than a lot of the other things I've learned in life over the years. So I do think it's backfired on my dad, though, because as an adult woman, I attract problematic men, both emotionally and hygienically, right? Just like moths to a dumpster fire. It's very tragic. Yeah, you guys got worried about me again. It's okay. It's all right. Do you guys want to hear a funny story about my grandma? And tell you, okay, this is a newer story I've been sharing with people. We just took my grandma. She's like 83 years old, I think. She's in her 80s, right? She's pretty spicy, sharp as a tack. We took this woman to Puerto Rico. Taking a woman that old to Puerto Rico is no short feat. We get there, everyone's exhausted. And you now know about my dad. My dad decides this is a great time at dinner to start talking about men, heterosexual men who like a finger in their butt. I have nothing against it. I live in San Francisco. I'm with it, bro. You do you. But like, I'm a comedian. I was trying to be funny. So I was like, Dad, nobody wants that just alone. Like, that's just a gateway to something else. It's a fleshy gateway, right? Not a good joke off the cuff. I admit that, right? But my grandma had it with all of us. And out of nowhere, she just goes, you know what? I liked it. And then she goes, and your grandfather loved it. And so that was the most disturbing thing that's happened to me recently. Before I get out of here, I will tell you guys this. My favorite thing about growing up in Arizona actually was the dating apps, after all. It's a twist of events, I know. And the reason for that is because there are a lot of men in Phoenix on apps of all kinds that are still throwing up pictures of them with a fish. Do we know about that? It's literally just a picture of them with the biggest fish they can catch. They're just like, right? Sometimes it's just the fish. Have you done that? I don't know if I believe you, my dude. I don't know. Look, you don't have to tell me today, but if you're doing it, stop it. Just send a dick pic, because all the women know what you're up to, okay? But if you're taking dick pics, which I'm assuming is all of you, you should be taking that picture like it is a freshly caught fish, okay? This is good advice. Don't look at me like that, all right? What do women want? Effort. Yeah, lube it up a little bit, right? Get a good angle. Put on a good hat. Like you. All right. That has been my time, you guys. Are you ready for your next comedian?